Hello, everybody. This is Ari Squires. I just want to drop some gold nuggets really quickly. I hope everybody's doing good tonight on this. What is today? Tuesday evening. It is probably almost 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Welcome to you guys. I don't want to keep you guys on long tonight because I am exhausted. I'm playing catch up a little bit, returning emails and getting some work done. But I wanted to talk to you guys tonight quickly and just say hello, of course. I'm kind of whispering because it's kind of late. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I am. But I'm just here. I was in my room. This is my meditation room / library, and I was reading. And what was so funny to me was that how I came to this, I don't want to say conclusion, but this revelation of one thing or another. And what I kind of realized was that people tend to think that they don't have to read. Like if you see this bookshelf, I have books on top of books on top of books on top of books. I have books for days, right? That's just what I do. And I know not everybody is a reader. But the thing about reading and learning and growing is that it stimulates your mind. It keeps you out of the I don't know, that point of being stuck and just being in a certain position mentally. Okay, mentally. And hey, Smith Clark Pros. Hey, Tim Jackson. What I came to the conclusion is when I talk to people and I ask them what are they reading, a lot of people are not reading. Now, you don't have to read a book, front to back. I don't read books. Excuse my hair. I'm getting it done tomorrow. I don't read books front to back. I literally go through, I highlight, I underline, I flip pages, right? Because it helps stimulate, especially those of us who are in business. Like it really keeps us on our toes with so much competition, with a gazillion people doing what we do, with so much competition, we have to stand out. And so we have to read, we have to become experts and in everything. Not just in our field, but in anything even related to our field and even in life. Like I read books on mindfulness, on meditation, on any kind of book that's going to make me better. Okay, I enjoy reading a lot more than I do watching movies and films and social media and so on and so forth. I love reading about my history and about business and improving myself. And so what I learned when I was just reading is that I'm reading a book on marketing, and what I'm learning, what I came to the revelation, like I said before, is that people tend to think that they have it all together, like they know it all. They don't need to learn anymore. I got this. I can do this on my own, and that is one of the biggest mistakes in life and in business, in career. Like you have to stimulate your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, and that requires sitting in a room or getting in a space, whatever works for you, and reading and digging into something that's going to stimulate your mind. We don't know it all. We don't know it all. And that's why I think it's so important that we get with people who do, and experts and thought leaders and people who do read and are experts in their field, who have written books and who can teach us. I love being around somebody that can teach me something, like I just soak it all in. Like I just love it. And I just noticed that I'm not, a lot of the stuff people think it doesn't pertain to them. So I just want to tell you that it does. I want you guys to read more, stimulate your mind. Do what people who are successful do. We've heard it before. Like we have all throughout social media, throughout the personal development sector, we have all of these things that we're being told to do. And generally it's, become an expert and read and get around thought leaders and go to trainings, invest in yourself and, think outside the box and stretch yourself. But what's happening is what I'm seeing is that a lot of people think that they could just take the shortcut. Like things are just going to come easy, that they don't have to do the work, And in order to achieve the results that you want to achieve in your life, you really have to do the work. And that involves doing what everybody is telling you what to do. It does pertain to you. That's why I said that. Why it does pertain to you. It's you too. Like, you don't have the answers. I don't have all the answers. I don't know it all. You know, I have to get in front of people who know more than me. I have to read books again. This is just part of my library. I have to read. I have another library in this office, my home office, and in my other office. But I have to get in front of people who are going to teach me something that can make my life better. You know, that can teach me how to be more mindful, who can teach me how to be more happy, who can teach me how to connect more with my inner wisdom and my inner God, and, you know, and how to learn how to profit more in business and be more successful. You know, we have to do what successful people do. Okay? It pertains to you too. You have to be prepared. And that means reading, educating yourself, investing in yourself. You know, so that's really, I swear, that's really all that I came on here for. I mean, if you're not mentally, spiritually, physically, financially where you want to be in your life, like for an example, I have Patrice Washington coming to speak at Release the Chains this next month, actually a month from today, and she's going to be teaching us on what she's an expert in, what Steve Harvey and Essence and Fortune Magazine and all of these experts have called her to get information on, to teach their audience. Okay, so thought leaders, experts. She's going to be teaching you how to save your money. If you don't have 6 months, 3 to 6 months, I'll say 6, worth of savings in your savings account, then this pertains to you. You get what I'm saying? This information that we're going to provide you at Release the Chains pertains to you. Information in her book, in other books, and mentors and coaches and your friends who have this information, who have done it successfully. It pertains to you. If you don't have a business plan or any strategy, you know, the information that's going to be provided at Release the Chains or in books or in magazines or from coaches or from whatever pertains to you, right? If you're struggling in any area in your life and you know you need assistance, it all pertains to you. Does that make sense? Like, it all pertains to you. Like, we tend to think that we got it all figured out. And in all actuality, we really don't, you know? So like I said, if you don't have this money saved, if you're not, another thing, I have Jonathan Sprinkles coming on Thursday to my my live Release the Gold Nuggets webinar. And like, this is like life-changing information. I know for me, it was totally life-changing. He taught me how to connect with people in business on social media in one-on-one conversation, you know? And if you don't have that information, or if you're not making the kind of connections that you could be making in your life, in your career, in your business, in your family, in your relationships, then this pertains to you. So I just want to remind you guys, as I was reading here tonight, that, you know, because over the weekend I talked to so many people that does not read and self-educate themselves. So we need to do more of that. We want these things, we want success, we want these amazing things to happen to us in our lives, but we think that we don't have to do what everybody is telling us to do. So please take the advice of people who have achieved amazing results, people who are living in an abundant mindset, you know, physically, people who are healthy or who are fit, you know, take their advice. Like, they know. Like, they do have some answers for it. They can teach us something that we don't know. I learned from I'm telling you guys, I learned something from every single one of my clients, because they're all thought leaders. They're all experts in their field, one way or another. And we have to not just get this free information and think this free information that's so prevalent out here in social media. We think we can get this free information and that's it. We really have to dig deeper. We have to do our own self-educating. You know, we have to attend conferences. We have to hire coaches. We have to get mentors. We have to dig deeper and reach deeper. It pertains to us as well. So that's all I want to say. I didn't want to stay on here long. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I definitely did, but I just hope everybody had a great weekend. But I just wanted to share that information, that as you're getting this information that is spit out on social media, in your audiobooks, in these live webinars that people are doing, and they're giving this free information, it's important. Let me just tell you really quickly. People always kind of want to know, like, what do you have to, or just in case you forgot, what is it that you have to do to be successful in business? Well, number one, you have to research. That's number one. These are just easy steps. You have to research your field. You have to know your line of work all up and down. If you are a life coach, you need to know life coaching front, back, to the rooter, to the tutor. Like, you need to be an expert. Okay? Like, for real, you have to research and dig and dig and dig. And it's not just social media. We're not getting all of our information from Facebook. A lot of that stuff is flawed. A lot of that stuff we're hearing is just one-sided. Dig deeper into what you do. And then again, as you're researching everything, you want to learn. You want to learn everything there is to know. You want to know so much that if anybody asks you anything about what you do, about your field, your genre, your ideal client, how you serve, whatever, right? You have to learn everything. We have to learn every single day. You should be reading something every single day that's going to better your mind, better your spirit, better your body, better your health, every single day. This is what successful people tell us to do. It pertains to you too. Okay? You don't get to skip this. It pertains to you too. And then you have to invest in yourself, especially if it's a business. Investing means saving. A lot of us don't have savings. A lot of us don't have any money in our savings. And it's not because we're not making enough money. That's not it. It's not because we're not. I used to think that too. That was my excuse too. Oh, I'm not making enough money to put money away. No, you actually can. You just have to commit to it. How bad do you want it? Like, for real. Like, excuses are easy. Excuses are so easy. We start to believe them. We say so many excuses. We start to think that they're truth, right? We start to think that they're true. So you can save money. So that's investing. Why do you want to save? So you can have money to go to a conference. So you can have money to pay for a book. So you can have money to go to a training. So you can have money to invest in your products, programs, and services, so you can expand and reach a larger market. Or so you can hop on a plane and go somewhere and meet somebody that you can serve and benefit. And it can be a mutual relationship. This is why saving is so important in our business, okay? So investing and saving, so that's another step. Again, this pertains to you. And the next one is you have to plan. Like, you can't just, you just can't have a great idea and no plan, right? It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. I wish it did, because I'm telling you, I got a lot of good ideas. I have a lot of great ideas. But if I don't put a plan in place, and write it down, not up here, right? And if you're like, well, I don't like writing, or this and this and that, whatever the case may be, get with somebody, get with a coach, get with a mentor, get with another business owner who has time to invest in you, and write this stuff down. Like, get a strategic plan together of how you're going to make things happen. I know so many people, people who are very close to me even, that have amazing ideas, but they have no plan. So that's the next step. So it's research, it's learn, it's invest, it's plan, and then guess what? You got to execute. You got to take action. You got to take action. Anthony says everything starts from a foundation, then go from there. Absolutely. Thank you, Chantel. Then guess what you got to do? You got to take some daggone action. You got to move. You got to take steps. You got to stop talking. These excuses, I can't, I get so sick of excuses every time. I'm a business coach. So naturally, I ask questions. I dig into people's dreams. I dig into their possibilities. And I get so sick and tired of excuses. Even with my daughter this weekend, she wants to start a business. Everything I told her to do, there was an excuse behind it. Right? And I'm not putting her on blast because we worked through this, right? But it takes action. Like you actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now I got to go make it happen. But see, that's the hard part. The learning, the research, the investing, all that stuff, that's a little easier, right? But when it comes to taking action, that's when a lot of us get stuck. Right? Even when it comes to our faith, our religion, or whatever the case may be, when it comes to the action part, we get stuck. When it comes to the business and stepping outside of our comfort zone and no, I'm not going to go there because I don't know anybody, or no, I'm not going to call 10 people a day because that's too much work. Well, then guess what? You will stay stuck. You will stay stuck and you will stay stuck. So you have to take action. So I'm just reading and I'm thinking about some conversations that I've had over the weekend, and I just wanted to empower you guys. Yes, I love that quote. Excuses are monuments of nothing that builds bridges to nowhere. Yep. Yeah, I used that quote, Rob, in my very first speech 3 years ago called Release the Chains. Yep, 3 years ago. Actually, it's 4, I think. Anthony says, every action has a reaction. Take the first step, you will see results. Trust me. I trust you. I believe it. I believe it. Every person who's successful like Anthony has taken action. That's the only way that you're going to see results, right? That's you have to get past those excuses. And that's called releasing the chain. So I'm not like picking on anybody. I'm not saying that, some of us or some people are better than others. It's not that. We all have to overcome our excuses. We all have to overcome fears and setbacks and letdowns and our inner talk, our inner critic. You know what I'm saying? That limiter, that's here in our mind, something that we create, that holds us back. So I'm not putting anybody on blast. I'm not acting like I'm all high and mighty and I'm better than anybody else, because I know how to identify, and I teach people how to identify those chains and those limiters and how to get past those. So it takes work. But let me tell you, just like Anthony said, if you want to see results in your life, in your relationships, and in your businesses, you have to take action. You have to do these steps. So it pertains to you too. Okay? So that's all I want to say. You guys have a wonderful evening. I have more work to do. I'm taking action. Right? I'm taking action. That's the only way that I'm going to be able to still continue to take vacations when I want to, live in a house that I want to live in, whatever I want to do. It's not always materialistic. I'm happy, I'm at peace. But I had to take action to get there. I had to learn how to eliminate excuses. So that's all I want to say. I hope that this resonated with somebody, even if it's just one person. I hope one person will go to that room, your office, your bedroom, your quiet space. Get you a quiet space. I'm in my quiet space right now. This is where I was just reading for a little bit. I just had to read, and because I didn't get to read this morning because we drove in this morning, got in at 6, I slept, right? But I have to read every single day. And I read 2 and 3 books at the same time because I don't read them front to back. I just dig through and get what I need. I get what I need, right? And I highlight and I use that throughout the day. So don't say I don't like reading. You ain't got to read. Just take a little chunk. Go through the table of contents and figure out, okay, what chapter, what message resonated with me today? What do I need? I'm trying to grab a book here, but go through the table of contents and get what you need. That's it. You have to stimulate your brain every day. Stop making excuses, okay? Yes, go to your room, go to your quiet space, do what you got to do. Research, learn. Invest, and that includes saving. Okay. Plan, and plan some more. and then plan some more, and then execute. All right, good night, you guys. Love you all. Gotta go because I gotta go and take some action because there's some things that I want to achieve in my life, and I'm not about to sit up here and be with y'all all night. Thank you guys. Love you to death. All right.